Hello crafty friends, it is Susan with Susie Simply Handmade. We are going to make a really cute picture frame using some paint sticks and some Jenga blocks. Now, I am using 7 paint sticks, but they're 12 inches, a 25 pack. So I cut 1.5 inches off of mine to make this project, and I'm using 36 Jenga blocks. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to lay these out. I'm just using some tin snips to cut these with. Going to glue these together. This will be the back side. So be sure if you work with paint sticks, you have something that you're able to cut them with if you need to cut them. So here's how we are going to lay our Jenga blocks out. 2 across the bottom, 2 down. So we're going to have these hanging off the edge here. 2 this way. And then 2 down the other way. I'm going to have to scoot this over where it's hanging off the edge a little bit. Probably could have gone with 1 more paint stick wide. Maybe I should. I discovered I needed 8 across instead of 7. Let's get started on our craft sticks. Let me see. Yeah, I want these to hang off because if I don't, these ones along the bottom edge here aren't going to look correct. So I'm going to... Okay, so that way, and then we're going to put 2 more here, up and down. Now we're going to go across with 2 more, nice and level here, and glue those together. I'm going to build from this edge over. Let me show you what it's looking like. So there's what our frame is looking like. Just ignore this part. That will not be on there. Okay, I'll cut that off. We're going to go ahead and continue building. Now we are going to come out this way with 2 blocks. We're going to come right to the edge of this one, and we're going to come out this way. Oops. So I'm going to glue those 2 together. Again, making sure that glue is distributed. And I'll put glue on this side and then on the bottom. Kind of slide it into place there. Now we're going to come out with 2. And then up again. We want it to hang off the edges like that. Okay, that looks really, really pretty. So we're going to keep going here. We're going to go up 2 more. And see, I don't have enough to go across with 2 more, I don't think. I can, but I think that'll make it too long and it'll look funny because we want it to end here. So I'm going to have to cut it off here too. So we're going to have a lot of trimming and cutting to do, but that's all right. I have a miter saw if I need to use that. Or whatever we'll use. Okay, so I'm going to get this part together. Just like that. Okay. Pretty good. Make sure it's as level as I can get it. Anyway, okay, so there's that. Now we are going to come across. We want that to hang off, so we're going to drop these down here and come across here. Okay, so we're going to glue these together. So we're almost got the frame together. Then we just have to do the trimming of the paint sticks, and we'll get that done. Okay, there's that. This end needs glue. So like I say, start out just a little bit away from where you're going and just slide it over. And then we're going to hang off the top up here, or it will be hanging off the top once we get it all done. All right, glue on the back. And some of these Jenga blocks are not cut evenly, they're not level, they're not square. So you just have to make do with what you have. And that's just the truth of the matter. If you're going to work with these, is you have to realize they're supposed to be for game, playing. They're not to build with. So they don't build them like, so a carpenter could use them or a creative. We have it all fixed. I just have to cut this out now. Okay, so that's going to get cut out. All right, we've got the frame finished finally. Now we're going to, no, I don't think we're going to paint it. I think we're just going to put our napkin in there and decorate it up. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to use a rooster napkin. I think this is super cute. So, so cute. Someone sent this to me and I'm in love with it. All right, so let's get some glue in here. It looks like I got a little bit of blue paint on my brush. That's okay. We're going to place our napkin in here. This is the true test to see if you can get it in there nice and neat and get all of the little nooks and crannies covered. And it is hard to get started. Once we get this edge started, we'll be okay. All right, so I got the napkin in it. Now we're going to take and put a little rope in here around the inside edge to cover up some boo-boos that I made, and then we are going to make a cute little bow, and we should be finished with this project. So I think this will add a nice little touch. So there's the rope and the image. Look how pretty that frame is. And I decided to turn it long ways. I had some tears in the first napkin I tried to put down. It didn't work, so I changed it up. So we're going to add some little buttons on the corner. I think I'm going to just leave this natural. I may put a little stain on it, but I'm really not planning to do much. So we're going to put, I really wanted to use these on the corners, I guess. Let's see. Those are so cute. The other ones I have aren't quite large enough, I don't think, and I don't like that they don't have 4 holes in them. Let me see if I can find another one. All right, so I'm just going to add some buttons around this to give it a little something extra. I found the 4 for the corners that I wanted, and I've just got some different ones for the rest of it. So I wanted to add just a little bit of texture, a little bit of something. I probably should have saved that one for. Let's save one for the middle of the bow. I sort of say wreath, ribbon, bow. Wreath, ribbon, bow, whatever. Okay. So there we got our buttons on there. Now we're going to make a little bow. Need that glue yet. Okay, so here it is with just a few little buttons added to add some texture and some interest. I love it so far. So let's make a little bow. I've got some green ribbon, and I think we're just going to do a little loopy bow, a couple loops of each color ribbon. Let's see, let's leave our tails hanging out just a little. Now I have some yellow. Got just a piece. That will go in the center. And we're going to cut. I have some of this like dark coral. I'm not sure what the color of this is. But there's some like in his tail feathers and stuff, so we're going to add a little bit of this to add some extra color. Do some of that. We'll put all this together nice and neat here in a second. So we're going to get some blue, and then I have like a cream or a tan color that we're going to use. Now I want a little bit of this like ivory cream colored. I'll figure out how to open it. And these ribbons, don't ask me where they came from. I purchased them in a lot on eBay. So I got a whole box of different ones, and I don't know exactly where they came from. So I can't help you there. if you're wanting to know. I don't know. All right, now let's put this together nice and neat in a beautiful way. And what I'm going to do is I am going to add a little dab of hot glue to get them to stay where I want them to. Probably never seen anybody do this, but I'm going to. Just like that. Then we are going to do our blue.